Welcome to Meet the Candidate, and my guest for this session is Rocky Samson, who is running for Spokane Valley City Council position 2. Welcome,
Yay.
Rocky. So this is, you've been through this once before.
Yes.
We were just talking about how sometimes you run a campaign the first time and then you learn how to run a campaign. So welcome back.
Thank you.
But we're going to do the same thing we did before. Introduce yourself to voters, and starting with where were you raised and where did you grow up and go to school?
Okay. My name is Rocky Samson. I was born in a little place called Wyandotte, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit. Grew up in Lincoln Park, Michigan. Was in the Boy Scouts. Did all that stuff. You know, learned a good honor, value. Raised as a Republican kid by my mother alone. And yeah, here we are today, working hard at it. Good family values. Good Republican values.
Well, you mentioned Scouts. Was that a primary activity outside of school for you?
Yes, yeah. We used to go every week and on camping trips and learned all kinds of really cool stuff.
So let me hear a little bit more about some of the informal activities that supplement your education. What really caught your fancy as you were growing up?
I loved hockey. I love baseball. Baseball, hockey, football. I was never any good at basketball. A friend of mine once said, "Didn't you know white men can't jump?"
Yeah. So after you got out of high school, what did you pursue for some additional either formal or informal education?
I was in the Bricklayers Union, and I learned how to lay brick, of course. My great-grandfather started Checker Cab in 1901, and so the cab business was always there. And my father comes from New York, and he's got 10 brothers and 2 sisters. So you got an uncle that's in the pizzeria business, got an uncle that's in concrete,
So you have a lot of family businesses to choose from.
The typical Italian family.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your first job in all those?
My first job, my first
real job.
Well, I would consider delivering newspapers my first real job. I started out with 1 route, worked it up to 4 routes, paid for a car by myself so that I could take on more routes to make more money, and then I quit all that and went to work at Pizza Hut. My uncle's competitor. Why you do that?
So what brought you to the Northwest?
I came here about 5 years ago and to fight for custody of my daughter, who is now 8 years old, and I've had full custody for over 2 years now.
Okay, what's she like to do?
Horses.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, that's too bad. It's an expensive hobby.
Tell me about it. She loves horses, and she's really good in school. She just got her report card today, and 3.0 grade average. They even do the 3.0 and the 4.0 in elementary.
Grade school.
Yes, yeah. She goes to Seth Woodard Elementary, which is only a block away. So if any of you guys want to come and see me out there, I'm usually there and close by.
Yeah. Okay. So after all of that, you came out here and I think you're running Checker Cab. Your email address has Checker Cab in the address.
I sold it.
You sold it? Okay.
I sold it for, number one, it was too much, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
I hated getting woke up in the middle of the night for a simple, how do you run a credit card?
Yeah.
So I sold that business. I'm the general manager at Checker Auto Sales. I'm the sole owner of Checker Auto Repair, and I take care of my mother, who is 72, and she's having a lot of heart problems. And I raise my daughter, and I'm pretty busy with that, but I'm not too busy to run a good Republican campaign.
For city council. So why don't you give us a description of how you see the responsibilities of a city council member?
How I see the responsibilities? There's a lot of them, and they're very serious. Number one, the responsibility is, taxes, budget. I was just at the budget meeting, and I really learned a lot from that budget meeting. With roads. Roads is a big issue. Expenditures. That's a big thing. Me being a businessman with a finance background, I understand a lot of this.
Okay. In all the places that you've lived or traveled, one of the questions I sometimes ask is there some place that's really given you a perspective or an insight into city government that you carry forward with you to the job?
Spokane, really. Rod Higgins, the mayor, about 4 years ago, I was having issues with the cab company and Uber and Lyft and stuff. And I went into his office and he said, "If you don't like it, Rocky, run for office."
So he threw down a challenge?
Yes, he threw down a challenge.
Picked it up.
And I accepted, and I was also already into politics back east in Detroit. If you want to call it back east, it's
back east.
It's really the Midwest.
I realize if you're in Michigan, it's the mid. From here, it's back east.
Right, from here it's back east. But I sat on city council assistant chair back in Lincoln Park, Michigan.
Oh, okay, so you have.
I have some experience.
Some experience.
Yeah,
in that
I did an intern for a year.
Okay. Well, I've saved the last part of this interview for you to do your, it's a minute that's all yours. Tell people why they should vote for Rocky Samson for Spokane Valley City Council.
Okay. I am a true Republican in heart, soul, and mind. I will defend your constitutional rights. I believe in the right to bear arms. I believe that everything that Americans should stand for. I pronounce myself as a Republican because of the person that's in the chair now. It proclaims to be a Republican, but I don't believe that she really and truly is. I will always be there for you. I have good financial background. I know finances. I know government a little bit. I'm still in the learning process. I think we can always learn. I also believe that a good leader, such as myself, can talk with Democrats, Republicans, and progressives and find a common ground to work on that to achieve the ultimate goal, which in our Constitution says that is the pursuit of happiness. I love that out of the Constitution, the pursuit of happiness. I think that we all go for it, we all strive for it, whether it's you're working at a factory or you're an entrepreneur like myself. You strive to be the best that you can so your children can have the best. And that's what I want to see out of all my fellow citizens and neighbors and countrymen, is to be happy.
I think you meant the Declaration of Independence.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm sorry.
But
a little nervous.
It's absolutely. I realize you know the difference, and so yeah. So that's all right. People like to watch when they know they can see a blooper. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming in to make your pitch.
Okay.
And I wish you good luck with this campaign.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was excellent being here again. Thank you.